cool. Oh, shit. I didn't do the chat. Where's the YouTube chat? I knew I forgot something. Oh no. Hi everyone. Oh wow, it went over in 10 seconds. Okay, and here's what I forgot to do. So sorry, I need to check the YouTube chat. Duh, get that chat up there. Why is it so big? Let's make you, sorry guys, you're a little too big. And I want to make sure the background and everything got smaller. There we go. That looks good, right? Today's recipe, Twisted Twix. And I don't have my laptop today because I smashed it on the ground last time. So there you go. Oh well. And I'm going to do a little boop. I need to get some more hash rosin, but I have a little bit of resin. Oh my gosh, solvent. It's so funny. I posted this video of rosin decarbing, and so many bros, always bros, on Instagram were like, that's the butane bubbling out. I'm like, okay. First of all, that's not a good sign. Okay, good. It was just not tightened enough. Scary. Butane is super volatile, like at room temperature. Rye talked to us about this when we talked about resin versus rosin and like which one's better. And he was like, you know, it depends really like what you're doing, what you're looking for, the strain. So anyway, there's not any butane left over, and there's no butane in rosin, first of all. But resin solvents actually do have like a purpose. Hey, I hope everyone is having a great day. That camera looks simple. Ooh, okay. I see you. I know you want a treat. What do you want a treat for? You're twirling in circles? I'm going to order some rosin, though. Can you show me how you sit? Oh, what a good girl. Sorry, guys. A little taxaroonie. Here, let me give you one of these turkey tendon strips. You like these. How's my audio today, everyone? How's the mic? Let me know if it's hot. Hi, Michelle. How you doing? Oh, wait. Sorry. I got to scroll down. What's up, Michelle? Patty Club. Hi. You know your shit. Thanks, man. I try to. You know, I don't know everything. I'm on a plane. Not sure I will get a good stream. Oh, okay, Eddie. We'll have a safe flight. Hi, everyone. So today we're going to make... we're going to make fucking Twix bars because that sounded good. But before we get started, great audio. Awesome. Love to hear it. Let me go to order some fucking weed. That's what I'm going to do right now. Right now. I'm going to order some rosin. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And if you want to send me a super chat to Venmo and give me some rosin money, I will love you even more than I do, 'cause you're here with me today. Okay, so let me put this number in. Boop. Boo boo. Hi, Michelle. Just made my first batch of brown butter step by step in the book. Quick, easy, and potent. I should fucking screen grab that. How do I do that? Print screen. Oh, shit. Yeah, screen grab. Let's go, Mathis Jones. We love to hear it. Got some weed honey. Makes me so happy. Love to hear it, Rich Dollars. I'm gonna get some weed. Yes, we're gonna get weed because that's what we wanna do. And I just want some weed. Some chow. Hi, Soham. Actually, I have flour, so we can always take a hit like that. But I feel like this is going to sound weird, but it slows me down a little bit. And the rosin just kind of like helps my brain. But then it also, concentrates by it again. I do. Let me just look. What am I looking on? I'm actually looking at Ease. And let's see, so you can just look up rosin. I like to see all the rosin that they have. So they have Mule Fuel. Classics is okay. I actually like Punch. Cara, strawberry maple. This stuff, it's like, does it really taste like strawberry maple? I don't fucking know, but I know that it gets me nicely baked. I'm not so much a stizzy, and those are all live resin. Live resin. I wish someone would get Earl Hill. Dulce de leche. Taffy Fizz. Fuck yeah, let's try some Taffy Fizz. Why not? Why the hell not? And then let's try, like I haven't already tried these before. We'll get the maple because I'm Canadian. Honestly, we're getting the maple rosin because I'm Canadian. And yes, I would love it if I could have a sponsor that just fucking... I do have a hash sponsor, and hey, listen, if you're mad that I'm not smoking your rosin right now, well, by all means, bring me some more, because 2 grams isn't gonna cut it, my friends. Let's tip these people. They're driving all the way here to help me. Are you itchy? I gave you a treat, and I'm not giving you another treat, lady. Success. I'll remember my ID, and I will remember to put my doggie away. She's not going to get you. Don't worry. How's Instagram doing? Hi, Instagram. How you doing? Best part of the show is on YouTube. You can't... Look at what you made me do. That's what a bad mom would say. She didn't make me do nothing, right? I taught her to twirl for treats. I did it, Bonbon. I'm the one that did that. I taught you, and then you twirled because I taught you to twirl for treats. And you know what? It's okay. But you can't have another treat. Sometimes when you do that, though, it falls in there. And I feel like I need to change this water out anyway because there's like the goobers on it, man. Oh, I didn't clean this. Shit. You know, we'll just heat it up again. Ease order. All right. We love Bonbon. Hi, Patty. Sounds crazy, but I prefer concentrates. I really like concentrates. I really do. Oh, Patty just sent me a super chat from Patty. Let me see what Patty has to say. Trying to satisfy my sweet tooth. Trying to satisfy my sweet tooth, too. Oh, I mean, maybe that should be my new rule is like I'm putting you on the board, Patty. I can't eat a chocolate bar unless I make it myself because then I'm not going to eat so many chocolate bars. But then the problem becomes when I do make myself a chocolate bar, I'm going to eat it all. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm talking about? Because I'll be like, well, I'm not going to get one of these chocolate bars again in a really long time. So... what the fuck? Oh, I'm like, where's my cell phone? It's right in front of me. And I want to make sure. All right, let's decarb some flour. We can make some butter. We need to make a shortbread crust. A lot of shit going on here. Oh, and I wanted to clean this out. This was that resin. And it's hot. Hotsy totsy. Probably burning my Q-tip thing, but whatever. That's what she does. It's my dog. That's Bonbon. If you haven't met her before, she's a sweet angel. But she is very fiercely protective of the home. So, oh my God. What was that? And why was it so dramatic? Let's take a look. See. What fell? Oh, this plug, which was to my scale. Oh, no. Okay, let's keep this all. Everybody chill. Plugs. All of you need to be plugged in. I also need my phone plugged in because you never know when that's going to die. You can't go outside. You're not allowed outside because you're a sneaky girl and you'll sneak away into the coyote land, and I don't want you to get eaten because you would be like the perfect little snack for them. Listen, babe, that's life. Okay, so we have some hash we can cook with, and we should definitely decarb. And what I'm actually going to do, someone was like, are those glass? Is that glass safe? I'm like, okay, we're decarbing at T220, so I don't really think it's going to break the glass. But I would say if you're going from cold to hot, right? That's not good. Thermal shock. That's what's going to, that'll shatter your glass. It's like why you want to be careful. But I've got this big ass chunk of hash, right? And we found that in the paper, let me show you the B cam. In the paper, oh, are you not going to work for me today? Come on, I can switch it on my, there we go. So there's the B cam, and I have to do it manually for Instagram, but you can see, oh, is my fucking camera not on? God damn it. Hello? Oh no. Oh no. One sec, let me fix the B cam. This always happens, Bonbon. Why does this happen? Okay, B cam. What is your deal today? What do you want? Why don't you want to work for me? Okay, let's try putting this and putting this. And then I gotta check it. Let's go to camera 2 properties. Bonbon, please stop jumping on me. No one likes that. It's not fun. No, it's not. Wait, why is it connecting to my chat? This is so annoying. Oh, there we go. Oh no. What happened? Stop. Oh, it got unplugged. I'm not going to blame you, Bonbon. I'm not blaming you, Bonbon, but it might have been you. Oh, look, and it's everything I don't want you to see. Nice. There we go. Okay, so here we go. You can see all of this. Camera B, you can see all of this here. So I wanted to show you this hash. Like we have this ball of there we go. Hey, look at that, right? But when we melt it in the parchment, it's going to kind of melt into the parchment. So what I'm going to do is take this, right? This is a Duralex, specifically that brand of glass bowl. Oh wait, this is a Duralex. Says it on the bottom. And we're going to use that brand. You could put it in tin foil too if you wanted, right? You could also sous vide decarb. You could decarb this all sorts of ways, okay? This hash. I'm going to do it in the oven in this here, trying to get it in focus again. It was so good. There we go. This hash from Nasha. It's weird how it's going in and out of focus because it wants to focus on the stove. This hash from Nasha, it's so weird. I don't know what I did for that. And we're going to put a little bit of tinfoil on top. I had all the bros all upset. You're going to cover that, your tarps. You're losing your terps. And it's like, calm down. The terps in edibles arguably don't matter because stomach acids are not gentle. So, but if you want to just protect CBN, trying to avoid, put that tin foil on top. Oh, I should get this on my fucking camera too. All right, I got to do that all again for my camera. So everybody calm down. Everybody calm down. We're going back to camera A. And I'm going to set up my camera. Should I set it up here? Is this the angle we like? Fam? Chat? Okay, so we've got my gizmo, my digi. This fucking thing, I hate it so freaking much. It's so annoying. And then let's pull up the digi Mimo. Digi. And clean my lens. I'm going to get a new phone. I have to go get a new phone. I have to get a new laptop because I dropped it on the floor and I have to get a new phone. But, you know, one thing at a time. Let's see. Oh, let's turn this on. Boo! Sure, camera is facing correct direction. Okay. Well, it is now. Bitch, not that way. There we go. Sometimes you have to boss it around a little, but let me check I've got my shot that I want. Definitely not that. Don't want to ruin your shot, but this is what we've got right here. Okay, let's do that. I gotta show my little camera. You know how I do my little reels that I make. I think that's recording. And I deleted so many photos Yes, that's recording. Take this hash. I wish I could see. Let me show. Let's see. No, it doesn't quite show me, but that's okay. Okay, we're going to do it this way this time and decarb this in the oven. Okay, we got our little tin foil whole bit. Turn it off. I think it's fucking off. I don't know, but my oven's on. And basically, like, I did lab testing on hash, but it really, there are so many variables. Like, how much hash are you decarbing at once? How old is your hash? Same thing with flour. How old is your flour? How much flour are you decarbing at once? All of those things will, you know, hi everyone. I don't know what's going on. Oh, and I need to get my book. So you kind of like have to just have some flexibility. Everybody wants it to be like, oh, it takes this long to decarb hash in the oven at this temperature. Yes, we can say that for that specific hash that I ran testing on, but that's not, if you're decarbing a lot of hash at once, it's going to take longer. Do you know what I mean? Maybe your oven's a little different than mine. There's a lot of variables. So I think one of the best ways to know if your concentrates are done decarbing, the bubbles stop. So honestly, that's when I first started making edibles. No one even told me what decarboxylation was. There was no Google with, I mean, Google existed, but I couldn't Google like, hey, how do I make my edibles potent? How do I make them work? Because I got a big bag of cold water hash, but I didn't get like, and we should decarb some flour too. I hope this isn't still recording. No. We should get decarb some of this Moon-Made flour. It didn't like come with instructions, you know, it was like, here, play around with this. And in caramels, you can, like it gets to a hot enough temperature that it will decarb a good amount through making caramel just in and of itself. But if I put it in the oven a little bit beforehand, okay, calm down. Just chill. If I put it in the oven beforehand and let it bubble, it would decarb. That's what it was doing. I didn't know it was decarbing, but it was. So much of it is trial and error and figuring out also what works for your particular body, because we're all so different. Our bodies are so different. So what might be great, like some people don't feel edibles, a lot of people don't even feel them for a lot of reasons, and some people feel them really too much almost. And so I just think, you know, it's good to have, just to be flexible with the way you do things. Okay, and I can't forget that I'm gonna put this away. It's my keyboard. I can't forget that I ordered weed. Not that I will, because my tiny little dog will start barking. Okay, so we have flour, we have hash that we're decarbing. We're gonna pop this flour in there too, might as well. I'm gonna put this mouse here so it's not in the way. Wouldn't decarbing hash wreck terpenes and stuff? Okay, so I just said this. In edibles, and arguably like when we're smoking hash, that heat is gonna destroy terpenes, right? So do terpenes matter when we eat them? I don't know. Does it, like, will the limonene from this, is this different than what is in cannabis? There's so much in food already that I think it's hard. I don't ever tell someone like, oh, if you're going to use this strain, it has these terpenes. you're going to feel this or feel that. You'll feel more uplifted, or it's going to be more energetic. I don't do that because when we eat edibles, when we eat cannabis, it goes through different biological processes than when we smoke. And arguably, when you smoke, some people argue that the entourage effect is bullshit, even when you smoke, because terpenes are super volatile. We're lighting it on fire. It's not exactly like a gentle process. I guess you could say when you vape, it's a lower temp. But even when I'm vaping in my Puffco, I'm vaping at 480, but then it's capturing that, it's vaporizing them, and it's going up. When you're smoking a joint, it's kind of like, it's not quite as efficient. So there's a lot of argument with that. For edibles, I really don't. Cool, terpenes do something. How much? How much myrcene do I need to feel it, to have those effects? So I'm not so concerned with, oh no, I'm gonna lose the terpenes. I'm more so like, I wanna activate the THCA to THC. So, I've just walked in, so didn't get the first part. You're asking about the terpenes and stuff, but I talk about this in my cookbook too. Do strains matter? And it's debatable. Dr. Riley Kirk talks about it in her book, Reefer Wellness, and she agrees. There's a lot of biological processes in between eating the actual edible to getting to your bloodstream. And then once it's there, how much of whatever terpene or other compound that we're giving, we're giving these like attributes to it. Like, oh, if we use a strain high in myrcene or beta-caryophyllene is interesting as a terpene because it's also acts on your endocannabinoid system. It acts on your CB2 receptors. So not the ones that are really for psychoactivity, more so for immune health. And then I would look more so at cannabinoids. So I would look at the ratio of CBD to THC, CBG, CBC, THCV is a very popular cannabinoid. But when I vape flower in my S&B venti, it's about 180 degrees, which in that process would burn off so, but like you're vaping it so that it's vaporizing it on purpose, right? And then you're sucking it in. Now, does that do something? It definitely tastes good. So there's that. So you could argue like, oh, but you're ruining the flavor of it. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I'm going to put it in a Twix bar. I'm not... a lot going on. So when you do the rosin gummies that they do where they just take sugar, water, and gelatin or pectin or whatever they're using to set their gummies, and they just use rosin and the terpenes from the rosin, like obviously it matters then, but I'm not doing that. And I don't know a lot of home cooks that are doing that. So, okay, let's decarb a little bit of flour. Let's make sure this is kind of focused on here. Moon Made Farms, love. And I can show you guys too. B-Cam. I think the B-Cam looks pretty good. I'm just going to break these into smaller pieces. I don't grind. I know it says ground flour in my book, but broken into small florets was felt a little excessive. You can also grind. It's not going to I feel like when we're too precious, oh, you can't do this. You have to do this. The only thing that I really feel like people don't need to do, over infusion. Stash your bag, baby. Let's just have some weed decarbed. Why not? And throw it in the oven. There we go. sure that's off because I don't want to drain my fucking storage, my friends. And I'm just gonna take a look while I'm over at the oven. I just want to take a look at our hash, make sure it's doing stuff. Yep. And we're gonna turn on convection just to like get the heat flowing in there. And yeah, so today we're gonna do Twix bar, which is shortbread. And then these are my, you guys are gonna lose it. I have to do this right now. Let me show you what I'm doing. You're gonna get so mad at me. So this is for ILGM. Make sure this isn't recording. No, don't get mad. Ooh, there. Let me show you up close. So this is for ILGM. And I convinced them to let me try sprouting these seeds in here. Let me see if I can show you where we're at with some of them. Some of them have really sprouted. I gotta pour this off really quickly. So what am I doing? These are jars to sprout things like mung beans. Normally you wouldn't sprout this. So I'm kind of giving you guys a little secret of what I'm working on next for some viral content. But these are gonna go, can I get it in focus? Come on, camera. Come on. Come on. Anyway, you can't see, but let me try one. Oops. So these are all seeds. They're all sprouts that I'm gonna put on top of avocado toast because I'm a troll. I'm gonna troll you, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyway, you can't see it because the camera, I can't figure out how to get it to frickin' focus, but that's okay. And I just like have been rinsing them. I'm not gonna lie, I tried this. This isn't my first attempt. So I'm trying to be really gentle because I know what happens if you're not gentle. The sprouts, like the seed, oh wait, no, this one still got germ. I was hoping I could find the shells of the seeds that sprouted. Anyway, this was inspired by my uncle who does this. And it's like warmer on Kauai, so, and a lot more humid, so he doesn't have to rinse them as much as I do. I've really had to, this isn't my first attempt. There's a lot of seeds in here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's like 40 seeds, 40, 50 seeds in here. So it doesn't look like a lot of seeds, but they're all gonna go on this very expensive toast. Anyway, I thought it would be funny. I thought I'd rage bait some people. When I told my aunt and uncle, they were like, what are you doing? That's so wasteful, but. And so I practiced on mung beans, if you want to see what those look like. Where's my mung beans? And these are really good, right? You just put them with a salad. Okay. And then I made this shortbread before, so we have this ready to go. Pull it out for a second. Maybe I should put it back in. But these are my mung beans that I did. Let me show you. Okay, so we practiced on this because I fucked up once and I really wanted to get into like sprouts, like how fucking focus. Here. Ah, there we go, baby. Okay, so we can get there. And these are mung beans, really good for you, packed with nutrients. Oops, back up, bitch, back up. Okay, so mung beans. Just put this on top of a salad. Just throw it right on top of the salad. Really easy. They have like all of the nutrients of the plant concentrated. I feel like they're the I might need a coffee. They're the I don't have any milk. They're the what can I do? I have that protein shake. They're the veal of vegetables, sprouts. You know, they're like the babies. So they're super tenderoni. I guess it's not very nice to say. Okay, so I don't have milk. I used up all my milk. So we're just gonna put this with some protein. Shake. I don't know if that was a good idea, but we're gonna find out today on the Edibles Club. Have a little bit of cream. I guess I could put some cream. It seems a little crazy now, but I also need it for the caramel that we're gonna make. But I'll just add a little splash, splashy splash, just to lighten it up a little bit. It's a little heavy. And then we'll put some water, because I'm American. Anyway, I swear, by the moon and the stars in the sky, I'll be there, for better or worse. Dun, 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 dun. Where the fuck did my cleaning things go? Where's my straw cleaners? Do 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 do. Glass straws, I'm not a fan of the metal straws. I'm a fan of the glass straws because then I can see what the hell's going on in there. Does it need a little whoop-de-whoop, whoop-whoop-whoop? Get your little straw cleaner out. Get that baby nice and clean, okay? We don't need any mold growing. I love these caffeinated beverages that are slightly proteined out. Why not? Why the hell not? Top drawer. I can get milk with cream on top at supermarkets around. Oh, like old school milk. We love some old school cream top milk as long as it's not raw. Pasteurization is a revelation, people. That should be on a shirt. Pasteurization was like groundbreaking. Okay? Groundbreaking. All right, so we have to make this shortbread. And I made one before because it needs to like sit, right? You can't just bake shortbread right away. It's a bit of a bitch. But we're gonna put it back in the fridge because then it'll stay nice and crispy crisp. We want it crispy. But what I'm wondering is, do I need to score the shortbread? I think I need to score the shortbread before we pour the caramel on top of it and before we bake it. You know what I mean? And then we can infuse both the caramel or the shortbread, really. Really. We can do whatever we want. There's like, I mean, I wouldn't infuse the chocolate, but we can infuse the shortbread and we can infuse the caramel. And then we're gonna temper chocolate. And I didn't think I had milk chocolate, but then I remembered that Jen Shelbo, one of our club members, Edibles Club. If you're not a member of the Edibles Club, I don't know what you're doing. Anyway, so Jen sent me, look at this. Because I was like, oh, I wonder, I knew I had dark chocolate. And this isn't technically couverture. Oh no, it is. It's got tempering instructions on it. So fuck yeah. Look it. Thank you, Jen Shalbo, for making these like real Twix. Because I was gonna do dark chocolate, but that doesn't feel right. Twix is milk chocolate. I know they have a dark chocolate Twix, but the original Twix is not dark chocolate. It's milk chocolate with caramel and shortbread cookie. I also kind of want to make sure the shortbread can't be too thick, right? Kind of makes me nervous because you think it's not too thick, but we need to, I should have bought a Twix. It tastes good, so I can eat it. That to me, these are things you want to consider as a chocolate, you know, when you're making candy. So that, there's my finger, but this has got a raise to it. So this is more accurate. I don't think that's too tall. It's about it's like maybe a half inch to a quarter inch thick. I guess we'll find out. I'm gonna show you how to make this. We're waiting for things to decarboxylate. What was I saying? I was saying before, someone was like, oh, you know your shit. And I'm like, sometimes I don't know my shit. Like, I posted that video of the alcohol in the Sonic thing. And I didn't do that for the book because I was like, fuck that. I'm not telling people to get a machine to do my tincture. I just want to know how difficult is it, how effective is it if I just take a jar, you know, agitate it, whisk it, whatever. And does time matter? Is it such a thing of like, oh, you know, because people would brag. They'd be like, this tincture is 30 days old. And that was supposed to automatically mean it's more potent. And I'm like, okay, well, I want to know if it's more potent. How do I know if it's more potent? I run lab testing. And the lab testing was like, nah, that shit is not more potent based on time as much as it is on proof. So the higher the proof, meaning the more ethanol, which is really what the solvent is in alcohol, is ethanol. And depending on how much water, right, the ratio of water to ethanol, that's where you get your proof. Higher proof, better extraction. So I was gonna get a bottle of 40 proof vodka from a local bottle shop so I can add it to my savory sauces. Yeah, you can do that. 40 proof, so 80% alcohol, right? No, 40 proof, 120 proof is 60%. So 40 proof would be 20% alcohol, and that would be very low. So you're not going to get a very good extraction if you're looking at it from, like, I want to make a tincture. Don't buy that is not what she's selling or saying, not Paris Hilton. Wait, why are we throwing Paris Hilton under the bus? I actually don't mind Paris, okay? Paris, like, went through some real shit. And having lived in Los Angeles, as long as I've lived in Los Angeles, I feel like the fact that she is just not a total monster, she does stuff. She advocates for, you know, she got sent to that horrible boarding school where she was sexually assaulted and all of that stuff. So anyway, sorry, not to like get onto some, Paris Hilton thing, but she like cares about animals and like, you know, she tries to use her platform somewhat. Is she capitalist? 1000%. Her last name is Hilton. Hello. You know, that's why people care about her, because she got a bunch of money. If she didn't have a bunch of money and her family didn't have a bunch of money and open a bunch of hotels where people spent a bunch of money, no one would give a fuck who Paris Hilton is. So it's kind of one of these things where it's like, oh, she's a capitalist pig. Well, aren't we all? Aren't we all? Unless you're living off the grid. Okay? I feel good if I compost. I'm like, I recycle, I compost. But here I am begging you for money. Send me super chats. But at least we cut out, I will say, at least we cut out that AdSense, and that they were taking such a large cut, my friends. Holy cow. I'm like, who do you guys think you are? Just ripping creators off. Don't know how that relates to proof, but I have to look at book. Oh wait, the only vodka I can get hands on is 40%. If you get here, Lady B Miniatures, it doesn't have to be vodka. It could be doesn't even have to be a neutral grain alcohol, as long as you're fine cooking with it, right? You just want a high proof. So you don't want 40%. You want, which would be 80 proof. You want 120 proof would be great. That's kind of like starting point. But in my book, it tells you like relatively what kind of an extraction you'll get based on the proof of alcohol that you're using. Like if you can get 90 proof, or not 90 proof, if you can get, 151, what are the crazy ones? There's, basically 100% freaking ethanol. Get some moonshine. I don't know if Canada's rules are a little bit more strict on alcohol. Cool, at least 100, 120 proof up. That's what I would say. You're going to get a good extraction on your tincture. Better, right? If you can get higher, even better. Higher the proof, the better. More ethanol, better extraction. That's just because it's dissolves. The resin, if you put water on it, it's hydrophobic. It's just gonna doesn't matter. How they use water for making ice water hash, they don't use it to dissolve the resin. They use water because it's hydrophobic to make the trichomes really brittle. It's ice water, so it makes them really, really brittle. That resin gets brittle. Have you ever waxed before? I always think of it like when I'm waxing. I'm like, sometimes, you get that wax really brittle and you can snap it, right? It'll break off. It's kind of like that. Like they get it really brittle, it'll break off. And depending on how much ice and agitation, they break off those trichomes. And they're trying to get heads only. They want only the trichome heads, because that's where all of the resin fills up in those heads. And it depends on the shape of the trichomes. Rye and I talked about this on the club sesh that we had on resin versus rosin, and why some strains you can only do a solvent for them because the trichome shape isn't good for washing. And that's really when you're looking for, and I'm not a hash maker, so excuse me, hash makers, if I am not doing you justice, by all means, not my lane. But depending on the shape, you really want those long stalks and then a bulbous, like a ball head, because if you think about it, you want that neck really kind of weak so it'll break off, right? So when I love to learn that way, I'm a very visual learner. And if you can kind of see what you're trying to do and really understand what's happening in the process with this plant, it just demystifies a lot of things. I had someone commenting, they're like, I do different amount of decarbs and for different recipes. And I did think about doing that. I bet you don't have to decarb as long if you're doing the tincture and then doing the sugar, because it's going to go in the oven and it's going to continue. But he was talking about CBN, and I'm like, bro, I nuked the shit out of weed and then I got some CBN, but it's actually really not so easy. I think for the next cookbook, I'd like to do some lab testing on how to actually create CBN, because CBN is something that we want sometimes for sleep. So different things I've been geeking out about. I get so distracted, you guys. All right, so we're gonna do this shortbread. It's 160 grams of flour and all purpose. I guess you could use cake flour if you really wanted to be precious, but we don't need to do that. Sometimes I just do this. Anyway. Oh my God. I am so mean in the comments, but honestly, and people are like, no one's going to buy your book if they see how you talk to people. I'm like, really? I wouldn't not buy someone's book just because they're a bitch. I'd be like, cool. All right. She stands on business, right? I'm weighing 160 grams out. It's a cup and a quarter. I don't know if I got enough flour. Oh. I stand on business. Anyway, I know I'm a bitch. I don't care. I get so sick of it. I'm sick of bros. I'm sick of it. Okay? I'm sick of it. I get it all day long. And they're always snarky and they're always mean. And then when I'm a bitch back, they're like, oh, what? Huh, huh. You're name calling? You should be concerned about your public image. I'm like, are you my fucking publicist? Are you my publisher? Are you my agent? Are you even my fan? No, you're not. You're some asshole in my comments trying to say that this is resin and there's butane bubbling out of it, which is fucking stupid. So I'm going to call you out on it. And I don't, just because I've got a pussy doesn't mean I have to be nice. Okay? Lady B Miniatures, I love you being a bitch. I stand on business also. I think that people fuck with me because they know, like, and listen, if I'm wrong, if ever I'm wrong, I will say it. Oh, wait, my order is here. I'm coming. Yes.
Hi.
How are you? My dog's going to get you. Bun. Don't you jump on her. Come here, sit. I lied and I said I had her.
But you're so cute.
I know, she's just gonna lick you to death.
Hi, my dog's gonna be so jealous.
Don't you get her jog. Oh, yeah. Boop.
Awesome.
They have a good one. Oh, wow, Bon Bon. Bye. You can't, she didn't know you were growling at the other dog. She thought you were growling at her. Okay? She thought you were growling at her. Lady, oh my God, don't you love that? Look at how Ease, can you sponsor me? Come on, Ease. Look at how easy that was. Literally living up to their name, Ease. Ow! Okay, I'm gonna tell them get rid of that staple thing because that hurt. Bamba, not for you. Not for you. I need to figure out this rosin thing because it's a real problem. It's a real problem. Hola. Hi. C Music. CJ Music. Hi. Poked myself on that. Oh, and I got to put more water in here. I wish I was in America, Canada right about now. Aren't you in Canada? B Movie. Snarky Pup. Great band. What? I don't know what's going on in the chat right now, but I am having fun. I hope you guys enjoy this sesh, because I'm just... Maybe I should tell Nina I'm making Twix bars, but I've really figured this out so I don't have to rely on anybody to help me. Isn't that cool? I do it all. Australian. Oh, I thought you were Canadian for some reason. Well, Australia's got a lot of cool shit, so. Let me check our super chats just in case I need to put some more names on the board. All right, Mouse, don't argue with me. Ease team. Nope, just Ease. Telling me that, I wonder if I can pull up Venmo here, but it doesn't let me do the business Venmo. And my computer broke. Did I tell you? Fools are scared of a beautiful... Oh, thank you. Yeah, they're not scared. They're just, honestly, a lot of them are zooms. That's what I call zoomers. I call them zoomies. I go zooms. You need to go call your mommy? Go call your mommy. Zooms. Anyway, so that's what I do. I infantilize people. It's really mean. Gonna act like a baby? I'm gonna treat you like a baby, okay? Oh, I know I need to just get offline, but I don't care. I do care. But this Italian popped up in my feed, this freaking Northern Italian, of course, duh. Always, if you understand, they try to say it's not like this, but it's only Northerners say it's not like this. But the Northerners kind of look down on the Southern Italians because Southern Italians, like, look at my last name. My last name it's the past participle for worked, right? Lavorare. Lavorare means to work. So lavorato is I worked. So the Southern Italians were the farmers, the working class people. And then in the North, you had more of like, which is funny because it wasn't always like that, actually, the Kingdom of Sicily. But Italy hasn't been a whole country for that long, right? That was, what's his name with the G? Shit, just forgot his name. Garibaldi. He had his last stand up at Villa Aurelia. I was up there. Anyway, so I've been there. That's where I cooked in Rome, was where Garibaldi had his last stand. Italian men are the worst. So, but anyway, this Italian guy from the North was trying to say that, Americans think they want to pay more in taxes, but look at Italy and we pay so much in taxes and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, bro, you pay a lot in taxes, but you're trying to say that the problem with Italy and paying taxes and it's paying too much in taxes, the reason it doesn't work well is because there's so much organized crime and the government is so corrupt. And you don't want to talk about that? That's the real tax that people are paying in Italy. They're paying any freaking business that's open that's not a big, franchise like Starbucks or something like that, many smaller shops like that. They are paying an organized crime family. I won't say which one, but they come from where my people come from, Calabria. It's not from the fucking North, Polentone. It's not from the North. So, of course, he doesn't talk about that. Talk about that, bro. Boop. Talk about that. This is the maple one, not the taffy fizz batter. Let me check on our, and he was trying to say that the solution to America's healthcare problem. Okay, I want to show you guys this. It's still bubbling, this hash, so we're going to keep it here. I wonder if I can show you on my NDI, but we're going to keep this going a little bit longer. Also, because I just want to take this dab. He tried to say that the solution to American healthcare, all these middlemen and the middleman. No, the solution to American healthcare is that it's not a for-profit system. It's nonprofit. Why are people making money off of health? Why are they making money off? When you make it so that it's for profit, what does that do? It incentivizes people to have unhealthy citizens. I don't want to come up with conspiracy theories. I don't believe in that bullshit. I don't think people are trying to keep us sick and whatever. But having it be for profit definitely does not encourage a healthy society. So we need it to be non-profit. Of all the things that should be non-profit, it's not churches. It's not those bullshit. Sorry to my religious followers, but I hate all religion equally. Those should be fucking taxed up the goddamn wazoo. But they don't get taxed. We're taxing healthcare. Healthcare is for profit, but churches are, anyway, it's all bullshit. That Boogie works. Yes, we're making Twix. Calm down. I've got to get this hash going. It actually doesn't take that long. So we're going to make the shortbread. Should I put flour or should I put flour or should I put the rosin or the hash in the shortbread or in the caramel? Either way, it's going to be good. We could do a brown butter for the caramel, and then we could do brown butter, or we could do Just boop. Are you calling what? I don't ever want to go into a church. I mean, I go for funerals. Sorry. And please don't proselytize me, because I grew up my parents are born again Christians. So I grew up, I went to Catholic school my entire life, wasn't allowed to say any of the Catholic prayers, because when you're born again Christian, you don't believe that you should pray to saints or to Mary or anyone. You pray directly to God, because why would you? God is omnipotent. So why would you pray to saints? They're human. Why would you pray to Mary? She's human. Anyway, listen. Before I could read and write, I could sing songs about Jesus. So I don't need to be told. The good word has been brought and it's been given back. Okay? So I don't need it. I don't want any religion. I take what I like from things. Sure, the middle path, cool. I like that. Don't like how Buddhists treat Muslims, okay? Same thing with Islam. I'm cool. I'm sure there's great things about it. Not interested. Not for me. Same things with Judaism, any religion. Not interested, okay? I'm not. Life, you don't have the answer. No one does, okay? That's what we know. We know nothing. That's my religion. Who's that, Socrates? I know nothing. I know I got right here, right now with you. So thank you for being here with me on this very short journey that we have on this flying fucking rock going through a massive universe that never ends. It's continually expanding. Like, just think about all that stuff. I think about this stuff all the time. And then on top of it, I'm like, what am I making for the club next week? Love all, serve all. No, thanks. I don't love all. No, I don't love all. I don't love racists. I don't love sexist assholes. I don't love pedophiles. I don't love, I'm sure you can think of who I'm thinking of. Anyway, so no, thanks. But thanks for, no, not thanks for the advice. Just keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. All right, let's pull this shit out. Or the oven. Let me see my hash. How we doing? Still a bubbling. So we'll let that keep going a little bit longer. But I don't think, it's okay if it doesn't fully decarb. It's not the end of the world for me. We're just talking monkeys. I know, right? Isn't it weird? We're just talking. It's weird. Look I've got this hair. I think about that too. I'm like, oh. We've got this hair, and if we do it one way, and if it's in one spot, it's okay, but sometimes we don't like it. And then if you look in the past at how we used to do things, like all of the trends, it just makes you feel so silly. Doesn't it all just make you feel silly? You feel silly. You feel a little silly. And so I'm leaning into the silliness, and I've decided I just don't give a fuck. Okay? I'm just going to be honest as I can be, while protecting myself. But how do you know when your hash keef is decarb fully, if at all? Send it off for lab testing. It's the only way. I'm gonna watch the bubbles. When the bubbles seem like they're not bubbling so much, I know that's the CO2. We're done. We're done. You know what I mean? Old school methods. Weed helps my brain slow down a little bit so I don't have to take other medications. Although those medications, I need to finish getting my medical card, because then I could not have to pay taxes or so much taxes if I had my medical card. I just have to, you have to like sign up with the city. I got like the base part, so I could buy more at once. But if I want to get the tax relief, I have to, like, it's a state tax relief, which is great. And it's so silly, right? Because it's all medicinal. It's always, I use it recreationally. I mean, like, I guess you could argue like 100 milligram thing, whatever. No. I don't know. That's all complicated because then if you say it's medicinal, like there's more regulations, and I just want to not have to pay quite so much in taxes. I want to support my dispensaries because dispensaries really have it tough, right? Because of Reagan put in this tax code 280E, which says you cannot write off any of your overhead if you're a drug kingpin. And cannabis is considered a Schedule I substance, which is a drug, right? So, it makes it so cannabis businesses can't write off their overhead, and it's a real issue. Okay, so let's turn this off. We're gonna just stop here. I'm gonna show you guys what this looks like. Ooh, don't burn yourself, bitch. And I wanna show you guys on this. It's a little warm. You should use an oven mitt so you're not hurting yourself. Let me put this on the B cam and make sure this is going there. I wonder if it already turned off the Facebook. I can never tell if it's still, because I don't want to be switching back and forth if I'm not even live on Instagram. Okay, so I'm going to turn this on. I think it's on. Yes, okay. I'm going to show you guys, but you'll be able to still see the bubbles. Okay? My fingers are not that good. Let me get this closer. Back up. Can you see? Those are bubbles happening. So, could I decarb longer? Probably, but I'm not gonna. We're gonna leave it there. But you saw what that looked like before. It was a big kind of rock, right? Just wanna make sure this is recording this. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Burn your fucking fingers, bitch. Burn your fingers, bitch. Burn your fingers, bitch. Burn your fingers, bitch. Okay, so that's our hash. We're gonna leave it there. Let's take our flour out while we're at it. Let's show you this. All right. Decarboxylated. I hope that's in focus. Wouldn't that suck if it wasn't? I hate it. I can't focus this fucking thing. Anyway. Okay, I think we turn that off. Okay, so we can make brown butter with that. We should take this hash in here and put it, honestly, here. Let me show you guys what I used to do. Okay, so what are we gonna do? Flour, we could, this hash is enough to kind of dose everything, but I think we should just put this in. I want to do a little bit of brown butter just because it's fast and easy with that flour. Let's weigh out how much flour it is. I use this milligram scale. It's nothing fancy. It's just a jewelry scale. But I use this for Bonbon's food too because she's on a diet, okay? Because she has trichine. I'm sure you guys have heard this story a bajillion times, but she has patellar luxation, luxating patellar, and it's really important she stays like svelte because less weight on her knee, less weight on her joints, and she's pretty young, so I don't want her to deal with arthritis too much when she gets older. So I weigh her food. And I was like, oh yeah, I've got a milligram scale. So let's take, if we do the brown butter and the shortbread, we got to get it going now because it needs to cool. So I want a half a cup of butter in the shortbread, but we're going to put this flour in it. Actually, let's use a different pot. We don't need to be so precious. And let me make sure my camera's got a good... Okay. That's cute. Okay, that's cute. Let's put, we're not gonna put the full stick of butter. We're gonna put a half a stick of butter in here, or maybe we'll put the full stick and we'll just brown it all. Because I only need half a stick though. I feel like it might make the shortbread a little weird. Okay, let's do half a stick of butter. Boop. Okay, and we're gonna brown this with the flour. I should probably show people that. Butter in. Flour, we should probably see how much flour we're gonna put in. That's like about 200 milligrams. People always complain I don't put enough. Let's put like 400. We can put a whole eighth in here to this shortbread. I guess whatever this is. This is about an eighth. So about 700 milligrams. That's all going in. Okay, let's brown this butter. So then, oh, don't get mad, did you? The inside burner doesn't like to light, so I have to blow it a little bit. Okay, so brown your butter, and then let's be ready to strain it, right? And sometimes if I want to keep my strainer, it's too big. Just go like that. You see why I did that? So it can't kind of come loose. Anyway, that's one of the things I do. So we're gonna melt this butter and we're gonna brown butter it. I wish I could get you kind of an overhead shot. Let me see if I can put this. Don't look at my trash bins. Okay, that's kind of a little overhead-ish more. Okay. It's a little wonky. And let's stir this butter so we don't burn it. I feel like that's a little better though. You can see like what I'm doing. I can zoom in a little bit. I don't know what it's like little man coming in. Okay, so let's take a video of this. Honestly, we might just put the rest of the butter, just so it has like enough liquid going around it. Does that make sense for the amount of flour? But we don't want it. We gotta get it all melty because we don't want some of it to brown and then. I think my vertical is off, so I'm gonna end the Facebook one. Okay, mouse, why are you so slow? Yeah. And my mouse is so fucking slow for some reason. There we go. Oh, bubbling. You got me twisting, bubbling, dipping, bubbling. Okay, so with brown butter, because it gets hot, right? This butter is getting hot. So temperature is a real factor for getting the potency off of the flour. The higher temperature, the faster the infusion. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. And you don't want to overcook your brown butter. I love this method because it's just so fast. For infusion. And we're just stirring, getting those trichomes. We're getting the resin, right? We're trying to get that stickiness off. When you increase the temperature of oils, it also infuses faster. But butter is just like wicked fast at infusion. Why? I don't know. The cellular structure, molecular structure of butter binds really well to cannabinoids. Trying to get all of that brown butter off the side. So once it finishes foaming up, you're pretty much there. It's very similar to making ghee, except for we're not getting rid of the milk solids. We want them. They're flavorful. And people will yell like, that's too hot, you're burning your you're burning the THC. No, what? It's fine. It's gonna be okay, people. It's gonna be okay, people. We just don't want to burn the butter, that's all. That's what I'm worried about. Don't burn the butter. And it will carry. With that brown butter, it'll carry over, so you kind of want to stop it early because heat, keeps cooking. Okay, let me get all of this brown. Yum, yum. That's why we put that spoon there. Okay. Hot. Maybe we might use this pan again to make caramel. Why not? I'll put the cream in there. Some people say don't squeeze it out. Why wouldn't I? That's the solvent. That's all the stuff I'm trying to get, the potency. It's not like it's gonna, oh no, the plant, you're gonna get more of that plant flavor. No. If I were to cook this for 5 hours in a goddamn crock pot, then yes, that would give me more chlorophyll and all that other stuff that's in waxes but no, we just made a really beautiful, do you see how beautiful that is? That's a really nice brown butter, if I do say so myself. Smells amazing, totally potent, ready to go. And that's how easy it can be when you cook with me. I just want it to be easy for you guys. Today is a little bit, we've got enough going on with the chocolate and whatnot, but there we go. If you're starting with flour, boom, done, right? And let's get our Digi back. Digi Mimo. It does not like it when I fuck around with it. Oh no. Don't be out of focus, Digi Mimo. I'm gonna have to start the app again. Digi Mimo, be good. This poor thing. There we go, now it's in focus. Let's pull it back here. Doesn't need to get the ceiling, and there we go. And there we go. Okay, so I'd say we take this brown butter and we make the shortbread with it. Although I kind of want to take half of it, put some in with the marigold caramel because that requires butter too. And we use some regular butter. We take some of this hash. We're going to do a lot. These are going to be potent. And guess what? C'est la vie. Okay, so 1 cup of butter, and I don't think we need this much caramel. This is for a 9-inch square pan, and that's going to make it super tall. So I definitely want to cut this in half, if not into a third. So half a cup of butter. So what we can do, watch, right? I only want a half a cup of butter for that recipe. I only want a half a cup of butter for this recipe. We're going to use the brown butter throughout because why the fuck not? It's going to taste great in caramel. It's going to taste great in this shortbread. So what we're going to do is record this, but you can, actually no, let's not do that. Let's keep it separate. What am I going to fucking do here, friends? Let's take half of this butter, right? And half of this is going to go into our caramel. Okay? Then we're going to take, this is for our shortbread. I just want to make sure that's freaking recording. So I don't miss, cause I don't wanna miss a thing. Even when I dream of you, the sweetest thing you'll ever do, I still miss you, baby. Fucking A, man. Digi, you almost fucked this whole thing up. Digi. There we go. Focus on that. I don't think we should use all of this, but let's take a good chunk of it. Oh wait, you're not up close. Let's take a big chunk of this hash. We gotta make sure this melts into this fucking butter, right? Oh my God. And we're gonna put some in the cream. The rest of it we'll put in the cream. Let's put this in here for our shortbread. Let's hope it'll melt in the warm butter. It should. Oh, look at baby. Who knows hash? This bitch knows hash. Okay, so butter's still warm. Probably would have worked a little better if it was, oops, don't shake your phone, Vanessa, with your hip. Okay, so now we've super duper dosed this, okay? Yeah, really get it in there, because if there's a chunk, if someone gets a big chunk of hash, guess what's gonna happen to that person? Not a good time. So it's called homogenization. I talk about it in my cookbook. We're gonna take half of this butter in here, and that's regular butter, because we're making shortbread. And you don't really want melted butter for shortbread, but we're gonna work with it. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't want to bring out my mixing thing because, like, what a pain in the ass that is. Okay. Get out of here. Turn that off. Don't want to have too much footage on my camera because, and this is good while I'm mixing in the butter, I can really see like, oh, okay, we got to be careful with this hash and really get it blended the fuck in here, okay? No chunks, no hash chunks. Or you'll have mad people at you. Do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do. Okay, and we want to put some salt. I hope this is recording. Yes. Let's put a good amount of salt. Okay, and then we have some powdered sugar that we're going to put in here. Is this really how you make shortbread? Not really, because you don't really melt butter, but powdered sugar, about 1/3 of a cup. I'm gonna use it all, because I'm the boss. Okay, and we want some vanilla, of course. I hope this is recording still. Yes, Vanessa. Vanilla. I don't know what you guys are saying. If you want to send me a chat, and then I'll definitely see it. I'll check my super chats. And then this, I like to sift just to be fresh. This is 1.25 cups of all-purpose flour. Okay, and then let's set the oven to bake 350. Because I already have one, not convection. And let's stir this. So you kind of want it crumbly. You don't want it too smooth, and I'm doing this all just by hand because I know there's like real shortbread freaks out there, so I'm sorry if I'm not doing this to your standards. But we want kind of a crumbly, sandy, not totally perfect looking dough. See how it's not too soft, too wet. Okay, then take this. want to like see if you can see. I want to see what you like. Was that not recording anything? I don't know what it was. I'm so paranoid. Oh, the paranoia. Okay, take your shortbread that is double infused. Okay. And then this is a 9x9 pan. I'm just kind of spreading it out. And then really what I did was took, you know, like, well, one, I took an offset and I pushed it in, or I took my hands and just push it in. Okay. I think that's about the right amount of shortbread size. And then if you want to be like, you can take this in and push it down. But then you got to worry that it might stick. Oops. But that's okay. Just put it back in. It's like Play-Doh, but adult Play-Doh. This is adult Play-Doh. Okay. Okay. Do. Okay. Not perfect. Doesn't need to be. It's going to get covered with caramel and chocolate. All right. Now, what the real question is, because this one's been in the fridge, is do we score it beforehand so we can break it into pieces, or are we just going to hope that it cuts nicely? Oh, I see you on Twitch putting ghosts in my chat. That's so cute. Partying party for 2710. Love it. Oops, let me turn this off. So we have this one I made earlier. And we want to get it baking so it can cool. And we're going to make the caramel while it's cooling. But first we got to bake it. And this will be for my caramel. I think we're just going to bake it. We're going to dock it, meaning we're going to take a fork and pop, 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 all down it, and then we'll bake it. Or I could score it. Let's fucking score it. All right. So I'm definitely going to dock it, though. Make sure we're recording. Okay. Which is just going down. So I put this in the fridge for at least an hour. It just lets the butter get nice and hard again. This is our shortbread crust. And I feel like we're gonna do I'm just gonna kind of like press score. I should get a ruler out, but I'm gonna be lazy and not do that. Press score so when we go to cut these, it's already like kind of done for us. And I don't want them to be too big, so I am using this fork to kind of help me score these evenly. It's not the best ruler, but we're gonna fucking go with it, friends. Yeah, so then we're gonna score these, and then what we're doing is we're gonna pour the caramel over top. We're going to enrobe them in couverture, milk chocolate. Because I think like it's kind of like a graham cracker in that like once it's baked, getting a clean cut might be hard. So we're just cutting these Twixies prior. I've watched British Bake Off, but I don't remember what they do for shortbread. But that would have been a very good reference right now. Okay, we're gonna try and get 2 more here and here. Okay, let's bake these. Okay. Looks pretty good. And then I'm gonna read what you guys are saying. And then I wanted to check something. Bum, bum, bum. I can't assume anything. What? This is so helpful. Wait, what's going on? I don't know what the hell's going on, you guys. But I wanted to see. I kind of was following a recipe, and I just want to see what he says. 350 for 10 minutes. Well, we can't transfer to a wire sheet. So cool. Now we need to make the caramel. I'm glad you guys are having a good time. Let's make my caramel recipe, but cut it in half. So we only need 300 grams of sugar. Not that much. Let's go back to here. Hi, everyone. Oh, no. Why are you on? Turn off. Oh, turn off. Right, Lady B? Right, Lady B. Wow, got a lot of watchers on Twitch. Hi. Let me check my Patreon. Freaky Bob sent you a message. I'm excited to see if you make the caramel like my grandmother used to. Oh, God. Freaky Bob, probably not. Oh, God, why did men do that? Sorry, Bob. I'm sorry. It just reminds me of my ex-husband being like, that's not the how my mother makes it. Sorry, Rock. That was not very nice. But, yeah, I don't know. Probably not, because I'm not your grandma. Okay, let's get this cream going. We're going to take some heavy whipping cream, and we need just a cup of it. Luckily, I don't know if it's accurate, but this is pretty, boop. It's got a cup there. And, oh wait, I wonder how much time I put in here. So let's make sure it's not, I want to do like 10 minutes and then turn it. So this is our cream, but what I'm going to do, one, set up my camera again. Oh no, Digi. Digi. Don't you do it, Digi. Be a good Digi. Be a good Digi. Okay, be a good phone, man. No. It doesn't recognize me? The fuck, you silly phone. Okay, Digi doesn't, Digi goes in and out of focus, but Digi does do a lot of work for me. So we need to be patient with Digi. Are you in focus, Digi? We don't know. Oops, no. 1. I can't ever tell with this fucking app. I just want to not look at my videos later and be like, oh shit, nothing's in focus. Okay. Well, we're gonna hope it works. So what you're gonna do, friends, is we're gonna take this cream, put it on our heat, right? Get it hot, because we want, I don't know what I'm doing with this. Get this temperature going, and we're gonna make caramel. I do want this, but I've since switched to a dry caramel after being a wet caramel girl for a long time, but we're not going to do that. We're going to do dry caramel today. So I take sugar, 300 grams. Or sorry, it's 3 cups, so I only need 1.5 cups, so 300 grams of sugar. Probably don't even need that much. I probably only need 1 cup. But I'd rather have too much caramel than not enough. Oh, you can't even see what I'm doing. I was weighing out sugar. So I got sugar here. I'm gonna pour it in here. We're gonna pull this up front. And we're gonna do this. Dry caramel time. Ooh, I don't think this pot is big enough, Vanessa. Let's do that again. Let's do that shot all over again. Don't we love it? We love it. Get a bigger bowl, Vanessa. And this won't be an issue. Why do I want a bigger pot? Because caramel boils up. Oops. Okay. You all can see what I'm doing here. Okay. And watch your cream. Watch your cream, babies. You might just put just a little bit more sugar because it wasn't quite enough. And then flatten it out. And then if you want to be real fancy, I know I have vanilla beans. Watch your cream. Chino. Where are my vanilla beans? We might just use regular vanilla. I don't know where my beans are, but you can use vanilla beans. I'm just going to use some extract because I don't want to go fishing for them. But take your cream. Actually, we can add it to the cream later. I would add my vanilla beans to here now. But what we're going to do is take this warm cream. Our sugar's cooking, right? But what we want to do, let's see, is take this hot cream, right? And try and get that hash off the bottom. And use it to put that hash in the warm cream. Right? So here we go. Kokomo. And just use that hot, warm fat to get all of that off. You could use, you know, just take, I need to turn the heat on again, but it's pretty warm. And that's all our potency, right? So we want to try and get all of it. And there we go, Kokomos. That's really all it takes. And then mix it in, homogenize. Okay. So bigger pot. Oops. So you can whisk, right? Because you really want to whisk that hash into this cream. And it makes it hard to do it in a small pot. So work smarter, not harder. This was definitely working stupider. So it's okay. It's okay. We're still going. And I can smell the caramel, right? So what I want to do with this caramel, this is a high temp silicone rubber, it's rubber, right? So it's not, it's high temp, it's for working with candy. This is a dry caramel. I can stir it. I can move it around. If it was a wet caramel, I wouldn't want to do this, but I'm just going to stir, keep it moving while it melts. Okay. We can even load a dab while this melts. And we just want that cream still warm, but we got to be careful because it's dosed now. Definitely don't want it to boil over now. But see, it's all kind of, it melts, it gets liquid. Just stir. Sacrilege, right? Stirring caramel. Just trust the process. Try to break up some of those bigger chunks so they melt. I don't remember where I first saw someone do it from dry, and I was like, whoa, that is so cool that you can just, you don't have to be so precious about it. You know what I mean? Okay, let's get another one of these dabaroonies going. Maybe this taffy fizzy batter. Keep it moving. See, it's melting. And it's starting to caramelize as it melts. I know what you guys are thinking. Those big chunks, she fucked up her caramel. Just trust the process. Let's go check on our shortbread. I think it needs to be rotated and baked a little bit more because this is it, right? And let's do it not for too long. Ooh, speaking of, okay, let's turn this off and let's get this. Ooh, shit. Recording. Okay, you see that caramel? See how quickly we got that? And like, honestly, sometimes these chunks are a pain in the ass, but just break them up. Turn it down a little so it doesn't caramelize too quickly. And just show the sugar you're the boss. Because it wanted to stick together? I don't think so, you bitch. I want you to break up into pieces. Stir, stir, stir. Stir, stir, stir. And I take my caramel pretty dark. Maybe we'll do this one because it's already open and my caramel is going quickly. But you see how those chunks are melting? You see? Have seen people make caramel with a can of, yeah. You can do that. Ooh. All right. So look it's all those chunks are gone now. Now we just have this really nice sugar. I'm gonna make sure I get all of this in there though. Get that melted. And before it starts getting too dark, no such thing, we're gonna pour our cream in. See how it's smoking? Yum. Now a Twix doesn't have a very dark caramel on it, but that's okay. This is an adult Twix. And I'm just stirring my hash at the same time into this cream because we want to make sure it's definitely nice and melty now in here. Trust this process, people. I know you're like, whoa, that's dark, but that's how I like it. Okay, now, careful, careful. Oops, spilled. Nope, I didn't. Careful, careful, careful. Stir, stir, stir. I definitely didn't homogenize that hash, but that's okay. Woo! You see why I got that bigger pot? Okay, so now this is hash caramel. It's so quick. I should have waited until our shortbread was out. It's okay. And I don't want it to be too hot because it's going on top of that shortbread. And we got to put the vanilla in here. So we're at 240 right now. I would add my butter. So this is that brown butter that had wheat in it. Because, you know, everyone complains, never dosed enough. These are going to be fucking dosed to the gills. And then let's put this butter. Why not? And then why not we put some vanilla? And well, fuck it. Okay, and that's how I make caramel. I don't know if that's how your grandma makes caramel, but that's how, I don't remember if I put any salt, but definitely put some salt. You can use sea salt, you can use what you got. What's the temp here? 226. So we want to take this up probably to 254, 255. I usually take it higher for my caramels, but for this one, I'm not. I'm going to check on our shortbread is done. What about that, bitch? What about that? I don't know who this bitch person is I'm always talking to, but I think it's like the critic in my head. Oh, I should have done that. Well, too late. Okay, so this is a lot of caramel, what I'm gonna do, because I don't wanna waste it. It's too much for the Twix bars. Take out one of these. Here's the shortbread. Okay, it's looking fucking great. Puffed up a little bit, but it's okay. Let's put in, I gotta work quickly because I don't wanna waste this caramel, but I know it's almost I don't usually like that technique because it doesn't give you clean edges, but when you gotta go and you just need an extra thing for caramel, you gotta go. 233, so it needs to be higher. I prefer a probing thermometer than this, but I don't have one, so we're using this, like a standard thermometer. But this is fine. I want to make sure that this is gonna have a good shot for the pour. You guys watching? Are you watching? Okay. I'm gonna take a little dabberoonie. I wish I had like enough storage I could just record the whole fucking stream, but I don't. Dabberoonie. Boop. Hi. If you would like to really catch my attention, send me a super chat. Anyway, this is how you make caramel, people. It's not too complicated, but it definitely takes some skill. Let's move this up. Okay, let's turn this temp up. So I'm also watching the bubbles and how the caramel looks. It's looking done. I know I'm coughing over everything. Okay, so we're gonna pull this pretty soon. It's at 248, 250, exactly where I want it. Motherfucker. I need this to record, so we're gonna record. Okay, so I'm gonna say we're gonna call it. And we're gonna pour a good amount on top of here. So this was half of my recipe. And this is a dark caramel, right? I don't want it too thick because I don't want these huge. So I'm just gonna pour the excess in here, which is good. We can kind of gauge where the caramel went to. And just so you know, the stuff you're scraping off the bottom here, it's gonna be firmer than the stuff that I poured into the pan. We get really good, when you get really, really good, you're fast. You don't let too much happen, but look at that, baby. You see that? Okay, we're candy makers. Okay. Well, it kind of was focused, but not centered, but whatever. We'll zoom. We'll zoom, zoom, zoom. Boom, boom, boom. Used up that vanilla. Okay. We're not even done. I still have to temper chocolate. That's the show, people. That's the show. You either you love it or you don't. I think most people who tune in, if this is your first time here, welcome to my show. Twitch, I see you popping off. I love it. I love to see it. You're helping my Twitch grow, which is cool. And I know that that's like a big thing. So I'm 39, but I'm savvy, you know? I like to stay up with technology. It's like I'm 50. I'm 50. Anyway, so kind of clean a little bit. Don't usually, but let's do it. And I do need to temper some chocolate. So let's do this. Let's see. And so this we want this to cool. This caramel is really hot. It looks great. Woo! Hopefully, I should have had one like ready to go for you guys and whatever, but I didn't. And I don't want to get the chocolate tempered too quickly because we have to wait for this caramel to set. I don't want to put it in the fridge. I might like in a little bit, but caramel doesn't love humidity. It's not a friend of caramel. But we can just do a little bit of tidying and story time while we wait for that. And we can, you know, with tempering chocolate, we need to melt chocolate so we can get that going. I do that with a bain-marie. You can do it in the microwave if you want. You want to be careful. But I'm just going to melt some milk chocolate from Ghirardelli milk chocolate. I want a clear bowl so you guys can see. So there, I hope this was educational, people. I really hope this has been an educational episode sesh for you. I showed you how to decarb. I showed you, what is the name of the song you occasionally sing? Oh, geez. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I can tell you. I got all sorts of like weird little songs that pop into my head. Do they, you know, like, what are they? What are they? I don't know. But, I don't know. I'd have to, is it the dun 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 dun. You know who sings that? Not to go full circle, but it's Paris Hilton. She sings that. I think it's like an ADHD thing. It's stemming, is what they say, like vocal stemming. And so I like sing a lot of songs to myself throughout the day. I just thought everybody did that. And honestly, I think everybody does do that. We all need to like soothe ourselves. Oh, fuck, too much soap. That's okay. We'll put it. Oh boy, I always get water fucking everywhere, and that's not good. So our soapy water. So chocolate and water do not go well together, kind of like water and caramel. Water is just careful. You gotta be careful. So Patricia is not new. No, Bishoppa? No, Patricia's not new. Patricia's been here. Patricia's been sending me super chats for frickin' weeks. Oh, speaking of super chats, I've got some new super chats in. Sorry I wasn't checking, but you know I'm cooking here. I'm cooking. Madam Dram says boot break. And when Madam Dram says fucking boot break, when Madam Dram says boot break, it's time for a fucking boot break. Madam, rum. There we go. Okay, so madam, I will give you a boop break. Don't you worry. Thank you for that super chat. Kelsey Walsey says, happy Saturday. Let me put you on the board, Kelsey Walsey. Happy Saturday. All right. Thank you for the super chats. I hope you're having fun. I hope you're learning. This show is made possible by you and my patrons. So thank you so much. This boop, I'm going to boop it twice because I feel like I didn't boop it enough. Turn that down. And also, while I'm booping, I'm just going to put some things away. So I don't put, because I want to wash a couple dishes and... Oh. Milk chocolate, right? So we're going to melt some milk chocolate. Oh yeah, the Simple Life, yeah. And we want quite a bit of chocolate. And I think these should definitely go down to Cornerstone. Or Green Label. It's not walk time, so don't even get started, Bonbon. This dog is a real tyrant. Okay, so we're putting things away. I'm going to show you how to put a foot on these, and then we're going to dip. And then just keep in mind, like when you do stuff like this, because we're going to be putting shortbread into our chocolate, now this milk chocolate is no longer gluten-free, right? So you need to be labeling things, especially when you're, if you're professionally making edibles, you don't even want to have gluten in the kitchen if you can't legally, if you have a gluten-free item, because people with celiac are so allergic to gluten. It is so bad for them that, like they can't even have cross-contamination of it. And so I just think, I'm just always aware when I'm with chocolate and stuff, where I try to be aware you're putting something into something and now it is contaminated, right? Same with weed, because you might get a little bit of that caramel into the chocolate or whatever. Some of the butter gets into the chocolate. You just don't want to get people high without them wanting to be high. We're washing some dishes. I know it's not very exciting, but it's about to get exciting. And this is the reality of this show, is I have dishes to wash, and I don't have a dishwasher, so I just wash them. Get the backs of your dishes. It's always gross, this side of the sink, the residual. It's a live cooking show. It's a live cooking show. And I'm just trying to set myself, thinking of my future self. Thinking of my future self with all these dishes just sitting in here. Okay. Let's do this. This caramel one, I think, it's like, how noisy can I be? We'll let sit a little longer. don't know what the dog is exploring. But basically this caramel, we might stick it in the fridge so it'll set more now that it's kind of got, you can see it's kind of starting to set up. And then, just want to make sure you guys aren't dangerous for me to have a massive bag of chocolate like that. Well, I have multiple massive bags of chocolates. That's white chocolate, that's milk chocolate, and you know what I do? Honestly, yeah, that's my little treat. You know what I do? I get dates. I'm too lazy to do the bark, okay? The bark is lazy, right? Where you melt chocolate and you don't even temper anything. You just squish a bunch of dates onto the chocolate because you don't want to make caramel. And dates are better for you. Why are dates better for you? I mean, sugar is sugar, but dates are better for you because they also have fiber. So when you eat a lot of sugar, you really want to have fiber in your system. It's why you don't like drinking juices. You're like, oh, I'm juicing. You really want, let me turn this off actually. You really want fiber that's in fruit. So when fruit doesn't come, doesn't come as a juice. And often actually that's what, not that I have children, and so I know people are like, don't talk about children if you don't have children. Anyway, a lot of problems with children is like too much juice because you think it's healthy. You're like, it's fruit, it's juice, but fructose is sucrose is whatever. And like obviously things have higher glycemic index, but it's still a sugar source, which for the most part is good for kids, but you do, because they're growing, but you want fiber. There's all this other stuff that comes with the fruit in the whole package, right? It's kind of like, it's just the skin. You can eat the skin if you don't mind the skin. It's just good for you. Whereas if it's just kind of just the sugar of it, then it's not as good for you. So anyway, dates, and I got distracted because what I was gonna say is I just take that chocolate and I take those dates and I take a nut, whether it's a walnut or a macadamia nut, and I shove it inside the date and I eat that. And it's like a little, it's like a cheater, it's like a Snickers bar, but a lazy girl version of a date Snickers bar because I don't want to melt chocolate. And if I'm going to melt chocolate, I'm probably going to temper it. Because I'm like, well, I'm melting it anyway. Anyway, I'm almost done here, so you guys are just going to have to hold your horses. These dishes are almost done, my friends. And then we'll take a boop. We'll temper this chocolate. We'll see where our caramel is. We might stick it in the fridge while we temper the chocolate so it comes harder and I can cut it. Where'd my little dog go? All right, and that's that. Dish is washed. All done. Look at that. Does not feel better. Sounds delicious. Yeah, sounds like Snickers flavor. Yummy. Yes, yum. Okay. Sorry, everybody. That took longer than it needed to. Let me get a spatula to stir this. And we're going to do another boop. And we're going to check how everything is doing. Oh, wait, not this. Twitch. Go. Sorry, my mouse isn't quite accurate. There we go. Okay, so let's see where our caramel is at. And let's stir this chocolate. This is milk chocolate from Ghirardelli. And I just have it on a double boiler. And we're just trying to get it melted. I know I'm going to need more than this. So we're going to put some more in here. You want quite a bit to enrobe. So you just have some to work with. Milk chocolate is kind of hard. I don't love working with milk chocolate. Dark chocolate is easier to get a snap, right? Because it's got more cacao in it. Milk chocolate's kind of a bitch. It's like the white chocolate. Oh, speaking of, let's put, let's go to my mouth. Let's put a spoon. In the freezer. Okay, so our caramel, yeah, I'm gonna put it in the fridge, which I don't love doing, but you know, I did enough in that I made the shortbread beforehand. So now I want to put that there, but remember I was talking about thermal shock. So let me put something down because I don't want it to break the glass in my fridge. And the reason this is bad is a lot of reasons, but whatever. We don't have time to hem and haw my methods right now. This is salad. Could eat this right now, but we're not gonna. Okay, everyone calm down in the fridge. Okay, we gotta cool that caramel. All right, and here's how we're gonna do the chocolate is with this. Tempering done. We don't need this because we already did the caramel, but I have step-by-step for tempering if you wanna know how to temper chocolate. That is also in my book. So it's a pretty thorough cookbook. If you don't have a copy of How to Eat Wheat and Have a Good Time, I don't know, man, what are you doing? Literally awesome. People are stoked about it. Read the reviews. You know, I don't force people to write those reviews. If the book was garbage, trust me, people want to hate. If the book was garbage, there would be so many hateful reviews. Do you know how many people would be talking shit about this book right now if it was garbage? A lot. A lot of people don't want to see me do well. Why? A lot of reasons. I'm polarizing, whatever, you know? That's cool. They're my biggest fans. Anyway, if it was garbage, they'd have something to say, but there's nothing to say. So there you go. Okay? One person said it wasn't healthy. The cookbook's not healthy. I've got hummus, I keep saying it, I've got a hummus recipe. There's all sorts of recipes in there, but mainly it teaches you how to cook whatever. Infuse whatever you want at home. Okay, so you want to infuse a smoothie, which I have a smoothie recipe in my cookbook. So I don't know how you can have an unhealthy cookbook with a smoothie recipe and a hummus recipe and a lettuce cup recipe that's totally vegan. Somehow that, and not that vegan means healthy, but I have healthy recipes there. There's just like a good portion of sweet recipes because as you can tell from today, I'm a candy maker. I'm a chocolatier, confectioner, and I believe in moderation, including moderation. So, you know, the book has a little bit of everything and a lot of bit of sweet things because marigold sweets. It's not marigold salads. The minute one of my salad videos goes viral, I'll make more salad recipes. Okay? Guess which recipes go viral? Mac and cheese Zaza poppers. So pizza dough stuffed with macaroni and cheese. People can give me a break with this healthy nonsense. Y'all don't want healthy food. Okay? Just be honest. Let's be honest. And they were also, hopefully this book it's got a long life, right? And it just kind of it catches wind, word of mouth. I truly believe in the power of word of mouth. That's how I've been able to do everything that I've done, is just like people talking about me. And, it can help me keep doing this work that I do. That's the goal, is to be able to have make more books. Because if this book does well, then I can get another book deal. If it doesn't do well, a lot of authors make more money on their second book if their first book does well. I had a very generous advance, and it made it so I could make a really beautiful book. I wrote a really good proposal. Let me just say that. It took 2 writing classes to improve it after failing the first time to sell the book, because I tried to focus just on concentrates to all the people. Just use concentrates. Just use concentrates. I did that. I wrote a whole fucking proposal that was like, hey, you want to know how to make edibles easily? Just use concentrates. People are starting from nothing. You say hash, you say a concentrate, and they're like, ah! It's overwhelming. So you know what I mean? Got to lead them in slowly. Let's start with the plant that you recognize. You've been told it's bad, but you still recognize what that looks like. Hash is like, oh my gosh, you're smoking crack. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, whoa. So I redid my proposal. Was pretty hefty. And we sold it. And Simon Element really got behind me, my editor. I was like, they knew it was not going to be an easy book to sell. And because it's a Schedule 1 substance. So we can't do, where I could have a big banner on Amazon if I had a regular cookbook, yeah, it doesn't matter if it's black or white or what. Got to meet people at the level where they're at. Yes, exactly. I just wanted to give a lot of people options too. So a lot of people don't have access to concentrates because wherever they are, maybe they're not in a legal state or a legal country. And having a concentrate like this, like say you're in Thailand, if you have this concentrate, you're in big trouble. So, whereas if you have flour, you're not in such big trouble. So I just when I first started, having hash was big deal. You got it. It was not okay. So I talk about the story driving down from Humboldt with a pound of hash on me. And if I got pulled over, thanks, Madam Dram. No, I can't ship. So once again, cannabis is a Schedule 1 substance. What does that mean? That means to the federal government, cannabis is on the same par as heroin. Now there's THCA products, and those are all made with hemp. Boop. Those are made with hemp THC, so hemp-derived THC, which means the plants they're grown and they don't have such a high concentration of cannabinoids. Traditionally, hemp is more so grown for hemp, or for fiber, for paper, for clothing, for papers to roll, etc. It's the same plant as cannabis, right? Just like corn, where you grow corn. Some corn is grown for high fructose corn syrup, and it is very high in starches and sugars and all of that, right? If you were to take a bite of that corn, actually, I don't think it's that high in sugar, actually. It's not eating corn. They take it, and because they concentrate it, they can get those sugars out. But really, they're growing it probably because it's low in sugar, so bugs aren't as attracted to it. Listen, I'm making a lot of assumptions here. I don't know the real reasons why high fructose corn is not as sweet as the corn we eat, but it's the same plant. They're just growing it for different reasons. Then they harvest all of that corn, or they harvest all of that hemp, and they concentrate it to what they want it to be. So for that corn, they're concentrating it and they're processing it to make corn syrup, right? High fructose corn syrup or whatever. And then there's livestock too. So corn is subsidized in a lot of different ways. And actually corn is not very, like cows are not really supposed to eat corn. So it, like their stomachs get all fucked up. Anyway, don't get me started. But the corn is cheap and think about how it grows straight up. So if you're talking about real estate, you know, on a farm, you can grow a lot of crop vertically. And I don't know, I'm not a farmer. These are all things I'm just saying in my head. I love how you don't need an ounce to make brownies anymore. Oh, I love that. That's such a good one. That's so cool. Anyway, so hemp is the same as cannabis. It's the same plant, but it's been bred, it's been cultivated. So you can take plants, just like you can grow cannabis. People say, oh, the weed now is so different than when I smoked weed. Yeah, because they've been cultivating it to be higher and higher and higher and higher in THC. So with hemp, they've done the opposite of that. They've not been cultivating it to be high in cannabinoids. They've been cultivating it to be good for fiber and for other things. It's probably very hardy and, you know, you don't get a lot of pests with it. And because with cannabis that we grow for high cannabinoid content, it smells so good. It's so sticky. I don't know about you guys, but my weed always gets fucking covered in bugs. Those fuckers. I'm going to try indoor, so hopefully that doesn't happen so much. Knock on wood. I'm sure there's lots of critters in here too. Oh, this chocolate, let's temper. Anyway, so it's, when I say that, people get so mad. It's not the same plant. Okay. Yes, it is. Calm down. Everybody calm down. All right. So we got our chocolate. This is our milk chocolate. We want to seed it. Let me see where my phone's at. And we want to record. Is it recorded? Now it is. And we're going to I'm going to show you guys our nice melted, why isn't it? There we go. That was weird. Nice melted chocolate. And what you're going to do, this is called seeding. We can actually check the temp. So this is melted 113. Yeah, perfect. Heat chocolate to 113, seed it. You want to add about 25% of its weight. Sure. I'm a little bit of an eyeballer on this stuff, and what this is going to do is train this chocolate to behave like the chips, be all structured like the chips that we just put in here. Now glass kind of holds heat more than metal, so we might have to switch it. Yeah, we might have to switch to a different bowl. But again, be careful. I'm gonna turn this off. We don't want to get any water, no water in your chocolate, because water and fat, right? Chocolate's fat. We're not making a ganache. Then you add liquid. Then you're making an emulsion. You're emulsifying the chocolate with your liquid, and that's the beauty of a ganache, is getting that emulsion just right. With tempering chocolate, we are not doing that. We are not trying to make an emulsion. And because this bowl is so hot, I'm trying to cool it down. And I'm using glass because I want to show you guys what it looks like. But because we want to not take forever to temper this chocolate, and I don't want to melt too much more milk chocolate to get where we need to go, I'm just going to switch bowls. I'm not trying to just make more dishes for myself. Because it's hot. I can feel the bottom of this bowl is really hot. Beautiful chocolate, Jen, if you're still here. So I've noticed like my seed is gone. Add some more. add some more chocolate, okay? So let's look at where we're at. We're trying to drop it down to 82. Pretty low. Then we'll take it out and then we'll warm it back up to 88. Do-do, dee-dee-dee-doo, do-do. Patricia Bishop, Patty Bishop, she sent me another super chat. I'm curious if I could use a food dehydrator to decarb. You could, totally. It'll take longer. And I didn't do lab testing on how long it takes to decarb in a dehydrator, is what I would say. What's our temp? 105. So we're gonna have to add a little bit more seed chocolate. You see why I changed bowls? We would have still been really hot. So let's remember that. And I can also put it on ice now if I want. I'm gonna add a little more chocolate. I can also put it on ice to help cool it faster. If I had a marble slab, I could pour it out onto the marble and marble it, but I don't. We're working to get there, people. See that beautiful chocolate? I wonder if my camera is still good. Yeah, it is. We're good. People, we're good. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna take that caramel out of the fridge, I think, because I just am, and we gotta see where we're at here. And sometimes you can just like go into the fridge. I know if you've been watching for a while, you've seen me do that before, like stick this in the freezer just to get it to cool down faster. And basically we want seed chocolate still to be in here until it hits 90 degrees Fahrenheit, and then we can pull it out, drop it down to that 82, and then bring it back up to 88. Okay? Oh, it takes a lot of work. Oh. Nope. We're not there yet. It's probably because the shortbread. Let's do this. I know this is a little crazy, cuckoo crazy, but are you gonna stick, caramel? No, you're not. I'm worried. How tall is this? Actually, let's not do that. What I'm gonna do, because I don't want the caramel to run before it sets, I'm gonna put it in the freezer for a second. Don't let me forget it in there. All right, back to this shit, people. Let's go back to, I like to have an eye on my Twitch. Hi, Twitch. Hi everyone. You boop, we boop, we boop. Thank you everybody for all the super chats. I'm glad you like this recipe. We might add, let's see where we're at. 98, yeah. Let's put another couple chips in there. This is what I do. Boop. Okay, so just keep on, like I said, be careful about that water. Ooh, I'm excited for these Twix bars, and we can set them up on this. I have one of these trays, so I'm gonna wipe it. You can put it on, or actually, so you guys can see it better, let's put it on parchment. And we can put this away. Get this out of the way for now. So this is what a tempering machine does, is it stirs it for you. And it slowly, like, the seed chocolate melts and it gets everything nice and perfect. Gets the crystals all in line. And you don't have to worry about this. You can be doing all this other stuff while the machine is getting your chocolate ready for you. But it's too loud. I have a tabletop one, but it's so loud that I don't want to subject you guys to that. Move this shit. Okay. I don't know what I was planning to do with that lemon, but I don't need it. So you get your parchment out, and I'm gonna get my dipping forks. I like a 3-pronged fork. I prefer it, or a 4. More prongs, the better. And we're gonna just do this. I know I set myself up for a boop. Oh, what happened? Yeah. Less than 20%. Oh, in the Digi. Fuck. Guys, I gotta plug in the Digi. The Digi's mad. All right, Digi. All right, Digi. Digi, don't get mad at me. There you go. Calm down. Calm down, Digi. Oh, wait. This got unplugged. Oh, my God. What a mess. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do that. Get out of here, you. Okay, well, now your battery isn't. Fuck. No, it's fine. You're fine. Your battery is fine. Are you still in focus? Yes. The Digi battery is charging. Both of you guys are charging. You're both fine. Okay, let's check the temperature. 94. Jesus, this chocolate. Okay. I'm gonna go put it on top of the freezer for a second. Caramel is really needs to sit overnight, if I'm being honest with you. But like I said, we didn't do that. So we might just do a few of these rather than all of the Twix. Okay. I'm hoping that this is 90 because I don't want to add more. Just add a couple more. It's good. You want to melt a lot of seed in. It means it'll give me a nice strong temper. And we're trying to wait for that caramel to really set. Should have poured it maybe a little thinner. $93 degrees. This is chocolate making. And this is high. This is why no one makes chocolate in the cannabis industry. This is Bonbon's little knee pad cooler because it's too labor intensive. Even with the machines, it's really labor intensive. And then you go and you're like, okay, it's this much. And they're like, I don't want to pay that much. And you're like, okay, well, why the fuck am I doing this? Fine, I won't ruin my back. Good job, everyone who voted on November 4th. They're real pissed. You did a good job. Yeah, this is a good Christmas gift. Or my chocolates are, but. Okay, we're at 91. So as soon as this hits 90, I'm gonna pull those chocolates out. Oh, I should turn that down. I gotta turn the AC down. I know that sounds crazy, but it'll help set the chocolate. Here we go. I think that should be 90. Yeah, it's 89.7. So what we'll do, what do you want? And what do you want? We'll take the seed chocolate out. I actually don't want to use those forks because I want to use them for dipping. Do you want a treat, Bonbon? I'll give you a treat. She's so spoiled. So I'm just going to take some parchment and I'm just taking off the chocolate, taking out the seed chocolate. I can show you guys. Just take out, putting it onto parchment. I can pop this right off this parchment later and use this chocolate again. It's not going to waste. I'm just pulling it out now because we don't want to be dipping these chocolate bars and have any chunks of chocolate, right? We don't want, see, there we go. That to show up on our nice chocolate bar, and then we're trying to fish it out. But I like these discs better than the smaller ones. They're so annoying to dip with. Stop it, Bonbon. Let me give you, I know this is teaching her to jump on me, but oh well. She already knows to fucking jump on me and I get annoyed. She's like, how do I annoy you? And you know what? She's little, and that's what you do when you're little. You are annoying. Sit. You take that and get out of my face. You gotta be annoying when you're little, because it's, you know. Okay, so we're almost there in a temper, and we're just gonna make sure it's nice and smooth. And like the bottom that was sitting on her little freezing knee pad, that is all frozen. But we're gonna put this back on this little bit of heat here. I'm gonna heat up this water just a little bit. As soon as this drops down to 80 is what it wants me to take it to. So we're gonna listen because this is milk chocolate. Milk chocolate can be a little bit of a biatch. As soon as it gets there, we're gonna, but let me take this dab and stir the chocolate because it'll be funny. Bonbon is annoying, she's adorable. Patty, Bonbon can be annoying, and that's just the way it is. Trust. She's adorable. I love her. I would never in a million years, you know, ever want any other dog, but she can be a little bit annoying because she's little. She's a little girl. She's so tiny. We're gonna boop the house down right now. Boop, boop. Let's make sure this is recording. Yes, it is. Stir that chocolate. 87. Twisted Twix Bars. We infused the shortbread. We infused the caramel. It's twisted. Holy shit. Let me get that little freezer. What did I do with that? Ooh, hard. So we're just trying to cool this chocolate. Doing chocolates now. Cool bean trying to write, but my dad's kicking me out again. Uh-oh. It's not very nice, Kyle, of your dad. Okay, so we got 86. Really wants it to drop it low. Dip it low, pick it up slow, move it all around. Just trying to get this chocolate just right. We've got our parchment right here. So once it's in temper, baby, we gotta go. And like you can kind of see, like, what does in temper mean? Remember we pulled this out, right? So this was pulled out, but it's still wet and it's not set. That means it wasn't in temper. So, I mean, or it means my house is hot, which is a problem if it is. But we're gonna hope it's gonna get, we're gonna get this in nice temper. 86. We're gonna cut these chocolates. And I don't know if that scoring whole thing did anything. We got to set a foot on it. I'm going to show you how to do a foot. So I need my offset spatula. Let me show you guys a little better. Put this here. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I have like a screen, but you guys can see the little doggo. You want to say hi, Bob-on? What you trying to say? Can you go in a circle? I just gave you that pizzle. Did you eat it all? Did you eat it all? Huh? Oh, she probably ate it all. Bob-on, that was a big pizzle. Huh? Yeah. Are you silly girl? Are you silly girl? You're a silly girl. Anyway, she's a silly girl. You want some frozen veggies? I'll give you these. Okay, there you go, Bonbon. I give her frozen veggies, which are, you know, like the corn. And, well, not corn. It's like carrots and peas and whatever. For fuck's sake, let's go. Let's go, chocolate. Let's go. You look beautiful. Let's check on our Twix. Put this back. Check on our Twix. Okay, you know, like, I think that's as good as it's gonna get. Normally, you would let this sit overnight, but I didn't do that. It looks pretty freaking good to me, though. So we're waiting on the caramel, or not the caramel, the chocolate, to just cool down just a bit. I want to cut this caramel, so I'm going to clear off my cutting board. Finish this coffee. Okay. Papa, I'm not giving you no more treats. You can't work me like this right now. Look at it. You're stressing me out, kid. You're stressing me out. You know I love you. We're gonna go. It's not dinner time. It is not dinner time. So, I don't know who you think you're bossing around, lady, but we're done here. Oh wait, I need this still. Let's get these kind of not totally out of the way, because that's my fun town. And then let's check our chocolate. Stir, stir, stir. And this can come down. Still 84, so if that tells you anything, that's why we go to the freezer and stuff like that. But I'm gonna flip this cutting board. Not that that side's any better. Let's give this a little bit of a rinse. And let me just tell you something, plastic people. Plastic is way, like, foodborne illness-wise, way safer than this. Wood is porous, and it really, you know, bacteria loves wood. So it's not the best surface to cut, and there's ways you can clean it, you know, put some vinegar on it, sterilize it, but you should definitely not be cutting like meat on wood, raw meat. You want to use some kind of plastic, and I know that'll piss people off because there's a real anti-plastic movement. I get it. Just, I mean, being honest with you, that's food safety wise. Okay, so we got this chocolate. 84 still. Let's double boop and get this, show you guys. Wow, 7 viewers on Twitch. Hello, welcome to my Twitch channel. I cook live every Saturday for the Edibles Club. I know, Baba. We're gonna go for a walk. I probably should show that. Let me show taking it out. It's 83.8. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just cleaning my rig, and then we're going to start. Well, actually, I can't really. I need to set a foot before I can do this. I have to set a foot on this. So what I'm going to do is I got 2 pieces of parchment here that I used. So, good caramel. Good shortbread. Together, they make, don't be sad, little lady. So what I want to do, why am I doing that? Because I want to put something called a foot on the bottom of this shortbread. So this shortbread right here, what I'm going to do is pour the tempered chocolate. Once we know it's in temper, pour it on top of here. Take our offset spatula. And what that's going to do, I mean, I don't totally need to do that, but it seals it in better because this shortbread will actually slip off my fork pretty easily. It's not like the caramel, but I'll still show you how to put this foot on. It's nice to do. It's proper. So I'm going to finish tempering this. It's at 83. That's fine. We're going to take it up a little bit, right? Just till it hits. And I'm looking, I can even tell by how the chocolate moves, how viscous it gets, right? It gets, once it starts to heat up on this, we're already at 84. Once we hit 85 or 86, I'm going to take it off of this. Because remember that, one, it's melting the chocolate that was stuck on the bottom, which is good. And 2, this glass, remember glass really retains heat, so you don't want to let it get too hot. And I don't have the heat on, right? I just have the residual heat. So I'm actually going to take it off because it's jumping a little bit. We're at 84.7. Trying to show you guys. So we're at 85.2 because that residual heat, and we want to hit 88.7. 86 is what I'm seeing. Remember I talked about that residual heat, and that's why we pull it early. Just play it easy with this, because if we go over 88, we get up to 90, 91, we got to go back to square one, and I don't want to fucking do that. So, and this is really how we keep it workable. So we're at 86. I'm going to take it up a little bit more. Whoop. And then what I want to do is keep it like this, right? Let's see if it's in temper. Where did those spoons go? All right, right? So we got our spoon. I'm actually going to, I think that's in focus. That's not recording. That is recording. So this is 86 still. See, that glass really holds the heat. And you can take it up more if you want, but I'm going to dip this spoon in. See if we tempered our chocolate, okay? So it should set pretty quickly. I'm just going to put it on that parchment to set. And then I'm can see how it's setting. So I'm actually gonna put the foot on this Twix bar. Ooh. Okay. Sorry, you guys can't really see because of the camera. And then take your offset and just get that foot on. And it doesn't need to be thick. You actually don't want it too thick. So I might have put too much chocolate. That's okay. Said no one ever. But really you want a thin shell on your chocolates. So this is a foot. And it's so, it is nicely closed off, right? Now we got to let this cool before we can flip it. I'm going to put it in the fridge just because of how cold, how hot, warm it is in here. I live in Oops. I live in Los Angeles and I just dropped my salad dressing in it, but just on the corner. That's okay. Shit happens. We're going to put that in the fridge just so that it can set. And just to show you, let's see if our chocolate is in temper. Yeah, it looks pretty good to me. Fucking camera. Digi! So it kind of like lifts off of the spoon. It should. Milk chocolate's a little more. Takes a little longer. All right, everyone. I'm gonna bring it up just a touch. Let's see what temp. I'm like, what was that? It's at 84 again. And we don't want it to like set, right? We don't want it to get stuck on the sides of this bowl. Luckily, the glass really kind of keeps heat well. So I'm just trying to keep it workable while that top sets in the fridge. Do you want to put chocolate in the fridge? No. If your house is a little bit hot because you live in Los Angeles, and no matter if you put your AC on full blast in November, it's still hot here, then use your fridge, you know? Do what you got to do. We're keeping this workable because if we let it get too set, I can't dip my bars, and I'm not trying to temper this chocolate again. So I'm going to take it off because I know once I kind of like stir it here, that heat will start to distribute. Oops. Oh well. Chocolate in my mouth. Anyway, this is why I don't do chocolate all the time, because it's a real pain in the ass. And see how this is. Hey, really takes a long time. We'll double check this temper. Yeah, I mean, it looks good. It's coming off like, see how it came off in one piece and it's shiny and, okay, well, I couldn't have put more seed chocolate into this chocolate. We'll bring it up a little more. Maybe it wants to be sitting in 88.7. The nice thing though is like your foot is the least, the foot is like, no one's gonna see that. It's at the base. So you can kind of get a nice sheet of like, what does your chocolate look like by putting that foot on? All right, 87. We're taking it off. Got a little, had I left it longer, everybody, we would have been in trouble. And now we just want to make sure we're moving it. It's off the heat so that it doesn't go out of temper. 88.7. Can't really get better than that. I want to make sure I'm stopping it. We got another spoon in here, right? Because why the hell not? And then we... Okay. We can try this spoon. Set that. And let's get our chocolate out. Oh, it's in the freezer? Where did I put it? No, I put it down here. Oh, good. So I want to make sure this doesn't stick to this wood. I'm actually going to put more parchment down. They gotta like come up with better designs for these fucking boxes. I swear to God, they're so dangerous. I just want to show you guys what this chocolate looks like so you can see, you know, pretty good. Oh God, look at this. What are you doing, Digi? What are you doing? Why is my phone upside down? No, behave. You need to stop. We're gonna close this app, close it up. Digi, I don't got time for this shit. We gotta go here. Okay, it should be connected. It's out of focus. Why not? Why wouldn't it be out of focus? Oh my God. I think it's in focus. For fuck's sake, everybody, give me a second. It's kind of an important step of this process. And did I put it out of temper? Wouldn't that be the worst? Had it in temper and I put it out of temper. Oh my gosh, Digi. Focus. There we go. It's a lot of hats to wear, my friends. And action. Okay, so no, it should be fine. We might have to put these in the fridge after I dip them just because, but like that temper is actually really perfect. I shouldn't have touched it. Anyway, it's okay. Got stuck because of the foot. Really good temper. Flip it. Caramel. All right, everybody, let's get to chopping. Where's my knife that I want? big chef's knife. And I'm gonna keep this over here so I can put it over here. I'm gonna cut these edges off. Right? I just wanna see what it is looking like. I know I scored it, so I shouldn't really do that, but that looks fucking great. That's exactly what we're going for, peeps. Don't worry, those bits and pieces. You could always put that into an ice cream. Do you know what I mean? Like chop that up and put that into an ice cream. Yum. Boop. We're just trying to get some clean edges. Yeah, bitch. Perfection. Fucking caramel queen. All right. I'm glad we put that foot on. I think it's going to help us. Because see how crumbly this is? We were talking about gluten, right? Oh my God, you don't even taste the weed. This is so dangerous. Okay, so this caramel is pretty soft. I actually want to use this to kind of like, but these are bigger, so hopefully we can dip kind of quickly. I'm gonna cut it like this. I like to do like halves, because it's easy to kind of like eyeball a half. Does that make sense? Half, half, half. Like some of these are bigger, but what are you gonna do? Give those to your good friends who can handle a dose. Okay, let's get rid of this out of the way. Let me put this back here. I'm putting it back into the tray like this because of, I want it to hold its shape. Okay? So there. I think that's the right move. That's what we're doing. Let's get rid of this. That knife we don't need. We need this. Chocolate is still in temperish, I hope. We got one more spoon. Maybe I should put that spoon in there too. Don't you get over there, you. Let's try the, ooh, wow. Wouldn't even stick to it. I think it's in temper. I think it is. I think it is. We're gonna hope it is. And let's make sure for this part, we definitely need to make sure we're recording, because this is the fucking hard part. Thank you all for your patience today. I know this is like a lot to process and a lot to watch. This is the reality. Get out of here. This is the reality. For fuck's sake, I can't. Get out of here. No. Out of my kitchen. Out. Out of the kitchen. Get out. Shoot. Yeah. You got kicked out. Oh my God, if I have to retemper this chocolate because I put it out of temper, I'm gonna be pissed. No, that's in temper. Okay, let's go. Let's go, bitch. Okay. take a few of these out actually. Might be easier. You see how soft that caramel is? That is what we're looking for. Is this recording? Now it is. Right? Okay. I hope it's like getting what I'm doing. Okay. We're gonna take this. We're gonna drop it, right? Ooh, fucker. Why did I do that, Vanessa? Okay. We're still gonna make this work. I know I just got cookie in this chocolate, but like I said, this is now gluten chocolate. This is not how you dip. But I gotta be honest with you, I'm not usually dipping bars. But you see this bar got a little sad because we lost a little bit of the shortbread. Well, it's like a pancake, okay? The first one is never good. It's a pancake. Bad pancake. Okay, let's try it again. You know what I think I might need to do? Pause. I might need to stick this in the freezer so they get a little more cold because it's just too fucking hot. And we're gonna try and, well, it's too late, that's shortbread. Try and get it out. Like that looks like shortbread. Probably is. Okay, so now we know what the problem is. We gotta be careful, motherfucker, with this shortbread because it's super crumbly. What a mess. Don't worry, I have faith. You might not have faith right now, but I have faith. And chocolate looks good. Even the chocolate that's there looks fine, that I didn't temper. It's all good. It's fucking chocolate. It's always gonna be good. That ugly one is gonna still taste good. This weed, let's see. We put all of that, like let's say that weed was really only 600 milligrams for an eighth. Because we're like, yeah, low dose. Maybe we didn't like fully decarb, whatever it might be. So 600. We just have to look at how many Twix bars we got. And then the caramel, we put not a full gram of that hash. The hash was total 719. So I'd say we put about 1,000 to 1,200 milligrams into this. Let's say 1,000 into this. These Twix bars, and then we can divide it by how many Twix bars we make. But they're definitely going to be strong, and so the bros can come for me. These are going to be some strong ass Twix bars if I ever can get them made. It's 4:35. I've got to end this stream pretty soon, mainly because I gotta make sure I have enough light to walk my dog. It gets so dark. And let's make sure this temp is good. So it'll drop down, and we just like, I don't want to take it out of temper, but I do want to make sure it's still workable. And that means it's like soft enough, it's hot enough that I can dip those in. And the more warm it is, the easier it will be for me to dip, right? Especially with this crumbly ass shortbread. So Twix bars are sent down an enrobing line. They're not hand dipped. When you get a Twix bar, that's been put on a conveyor belt, and it goes, you know, it goes down a line and goes down a cooling tunnel, which is why putting those in the freezer is going to help a little bit, because just getting it cold fast after we dip it is a good thing. So we got to do all of that. It's starting to set up a little bit, this chocolate, right? Because it's thick. You can see it's thick. We're going to heat up this water. This is chocolate making. We're almost done. 4:37. I don't want to be going for too much longer because my poor little dog, she's over it. I did take her for a long walk this morning, and she ran around the grass, which was cool for her. She had a lot of fun. And I want to put some more lip stuff on. It looks really good. It tastes really good. The caramel and the shortbread and everything. I'm really happy with that. I'll check our super chats. Christian Gutierrez, thank you so much. I'm going to put you on the board. You said just because. Thank you so much. And I'm going to get your shirt in the mail ASAP because you won the last raffle pull. Christian, there's an eye. There we go. On the board, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of your super chats. It helps go toward my rosin, the rosin I just got. Yeah, I know, Patty. Trust me, I'm aware. She doesn't go for long walks. Okay? We're not going for a long walk. She doesn't need one, especially with her knee right now. Honestly, I'm not trying to take her on too many long walks, and we went for a longer one this morning. So I usually like go between like a one long walk, one short walk, because I just don't want to wear her knee out. Okay, so checking this. 85. As soon as I feel like it's a good temp, we're going to dip some more and we're going to cross our fingers. We'll put them in the fridge so they set quickly. Take it off. Okay. It's that fast, babies. It's that fast. Okay, so then freezer Twisted Twix Bars, and record, right? Let's take a non-crumbly one, as non-crumbly as possible. Remember, you can always shape them a little bit. Let me switch. Here's our chocolate. Make sure my camera is getting something. I'm gonna drop it in here, trying to make sure this is nice. Fuck, this shortbread. I think I just have to give up the fact that this is I'm gonna drop it caramel side down so I can push like a J motion. And I'm gonna cover it first with chocolate so I don't really have to do too much to this other than get it out with that J motion. So coming down, taking two, okay? I think, oop, and that's part of what can happen. That is caramel. I'm like, which side's the caramel? And tap, tap, tap. Fuck. We need at least two for it to be a Twix. Push. Try not to have, the foot is also like what's at the bottom of your chocolate bar. Do you know what I mean? Like how much chocolate pools here. Ah, fuck, you guys can't see. I'm so sorry. Okay, I gotta get another one, but before we do, let me pull this off. The bottom of this was wet. Before we do, here's how you get those marks on top. Before the chocolate sets. Okay, come in. You see how I did that? Okay. I want a clean fork. Okay. Let's get another one out. So we're kind of on a roll here. We're not going to do too many because I got to walk this dog, and I'm going to put the rest of them in the fridge, but I will be dipping these for Cornerstone and for Green Label RX and any other dispensary that wants to pick up my cookbook. Really. Okay, so I'm going to take this one and we're going to, can you see? No. Can you see what I see? I'm going to stir this. And sorry, I just want to put more parchment because I kind of put that bowl. I don't know why I did that. Ugh, chocolate making. Put that bowl there, and so it got wet. And I just want to make sure. Yeah. Okay. Let's do another one. Drop this caramel side down so I remember. Caramel's down, chocolate's that way. And then I'm gonna come like this, pushing J motion. Get out of here, fucking spatula. Tap, 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 tap. Tappity tap, tap. I want to get just a little bit more chocolate here. And okay. Fucking Twix, man. For fuck's sake. Oop, I don't want to move it. Sorry, you guys. Try to get you guys a good shot. Okay, so then come in with your fork. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, the longer you wait, the more those are going to be accentuated. I think we're going to fucking call it because my little doggy. And we're going to wait for those to cool. Okay, so repeat, 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 repeat. I'm just like squishing these together. I'm going to put these in the fridge until I feel like doing the rest of them. And, you know, I might just top it with chocolate and who knows. But I don't want to do it right now. We got one bar that's fucking set, but we got to set this other bar. I want to put them in the fridge. Let me turn this off. Let me get you guys back here. Yeah, I bet you could. I could eat the whole tray too. It's so, like, it's really tasty. I mean, it's chocolate. There's no going wrong with chocolate. And if I had, listen, I'm working on it. One day, you guys, I'm going to have a factory. Maha's going to help me. I believe in Maha. She's going to help me. Oh, let's figure out how potent. So we figured out about 1,000, because I put an eighth of flour, and then I put a little bit less than a gram of hash, maybe 3/4 of that hash, and we cut it into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16 pieces. So 1,000 divided by 16. I don't know. Someone do the math on that. Oh, wait, can I pull up a calculator? Can someone do that for me? 1,000 divided by 16. Whatever that is. In each of these little Twix bars, but they look fucking great. Let me get this kind of cleared out so that I can do my video, you know, where I gotta line myself up because I gotta do my whole little, you know, Twisted Twix Bars, only on the Edibles Club. I gotta do that whole thing. So let's get that going. 62.5 milligrams per Twix bar. Well, fuck it up, baby. Fuck it up. Should I play some Stardew Valley? That's what I'll do after. I gotta deliver to camera. We gotta deliver to camera, Bonbon. Bonbon, don't pull on me. We don't like that. We don't like it, Bonbon. We don't like it. Oops, put my fingers in the chocolate. Put my fingers in the chocolate. I put my fingers in the chocolate. Ooh. We've done all the chocolate tempers there are to do now. We've tempered white chocolate, we've tempered dark chocolate, we've tempered all the chocolate. Okay, tell me what other fucking content creator can pull off a Twix bar while taking dabs all day. And they're like 60, let's say 50 milligrams to be safe. Cause like, who knows? You can send one off to Encore Labs, take it in there, see how many milligrams my Twix bars came out to. And I wanna just put it on like, so if I was in the factory, I would put these on, I would be wearing gloves to touch them so I don't get fingerprints on them. No. Are you hungry? I'm very hungry. Bonbon, is it 5 o'clock and you're starving, or can I give you a chicken heart and you'll go away for a little bit? Eat that chicken heart, okay? Don't bug me for just a little bit longer. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so I'm going to carefully, I want to put these, this one's not quite set yet, but I want to just maybe put them here, put them in the fridge real quick, load up a bowl, right? I'm so glad I did those dishes earlier. That really set me up for success. And I just don't want to touch them. I don't want to get my hot hands on them right now, especially when they're not fully set. When you first make a chocolate, like even now, if this was on an enrobing line, they'd be going down a cooling tunnel to get that chocolate really, really firm before you touch them. And then you I put on cotton gloves, and then I'll put on rubber gloves on top of the cotton gloves. And if you're working with me, I feel your hands before. If I give you that job, I feel your hands before I give you that job, because I don't want you to ruin the temper. Some people have hot hands. I have very cold hands. I have hypothyroidism, so I get cold hands. So anyway, the more you know about chocolate. This looks really good. The temper on this looks great. Fuck yeah, bitch. Inner critic, fuck you. No stopping me. Ha ha ha. Okay, let me put this over here, but I think we're ready to do this outro. I'm gonna show you guys. Don't you worry. Oh, look at the digi already cut off on me. Let me put this ugly one over here. Oh, I'm gonna get so high right now because I know I'm gonna eat all this shit. And I'm so ready to eat a chocolate bar, Twisted Twix bar. Do I look cute, you guys? Do you think this one will go viral? Should I snap it and pull it? Peeking again. You're welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed this cooking show. It is live. It is 4:52. Get off my nuts, man. Get off my nuts. It's too early, girly girl. It's too early. I gave you chicken. You're going to be hungry later. And I want you hungry on your walk, so you want to go home. Otherwise, she's like, ooh, what's this? What's this? Okay, so let's put these now. I think they should go in the freezer. Don't fuck it up, Vanessa. I'm gonna load my bong or my rig and take another dab to say good job. I got caramel on it. Oh no. Oop. Oops, sorry, Puffco. Kind of looks like the Reclaim. These are adult Twix. Let me just tell you. These are adult Twix because I know, honey bunny, the caramel is so much darker. I know, I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you. I just want to get that crack. When I snap it, that like pull apart, you know? Where the fuck did my little, oh, that's what fell. Ugh. I was like, what fell? Let's get one more boop ready before I break this Twix. Before I break the internet with this Twisted Twix bar. And, boop. And let's get these Twix bars out of the fucking freezer. And then I want to just check to see if we have any more super chats before I do this. So if you want to send me a super chat, this might be the last time I check because it's so wonky. This mouse. Come on. No more super chats. Okay, fine. We'll still boop. Do you see those? Let me zoom in a little. Oh my God. I don't know if it's centered and if it's filming. It's filming. Okay, you guys, I'm going to give it to you. Then I'm going to give it to you, and then I'll crack it, but up close, okay? Am I in frame? No. Up. Here. Oh, fuck, it's getting dark. Here we go. Okay, there I am. There we go. Stop bonbon. Twisted Twix Bars, only on the Edibles Club. Twisted Twix, 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 only on the Edibles Club. Okay, guys, let me show you so you don't feel left out. Okay, now I gotta take a bite. Oh, thanks. All right, let's take a bite. Mmm. 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 Those are nuts. But the thing is, like, I couldn't eat that whole thing. That is so rich. But I'm gonna take another bite because I feel like I didn't get enough of a pull. Mmm. All right, you guys. I gotta fucking go. I gotta go. I love you all. I'm gonna double boop this. Join the Edibles Club. Get my cookbook. Available everywhere books are sold. Oops. Available everywhere books are sold. You know, Amazon, I get commission. Full disclosure, I get an extra $1. Thank you so much, Jen. I love this chocolate. This caramel, it's going to be even better tomorrow. Because the more it sits, the more time you give candy, the better. All right, everyone. Join the Edibles Club on Patreon. I'll see you on Wednesday. Cookbook, how to eat weed and have a good time. Let's make it go viral for the holidays. I would love to see that. Look at her. She's driving me nuts. She's kicking me in the back of the knees. You still think she's cute? Imagine every time you cook, there's a little animal kicking you right in the back of the knees. Love you guys. All right, Bamba, let's go. Woo! We did it. Yes, you want dinner? Fine, I'll give you dinner first, but you can't dilly-dally on the walk. Yes, I know. These are my Edibles Club members. These are my Edibles Club members, okay? And thank you everyone for the super chats. Okay, 20 grams, Bonbon. Nope. I don't give her a lot so I can give her lots of treats. And then your CBD. Okay. All right, Bubba. Okay, everyone. Remember who you are. I'm gonna have a safe walk. Don't worry, I got mace. I got pepper spray. Remember who